Welcome back to the Manly Focus channel. Today, we're diving deep into an intriguing social phenomenon that's causing quite a buzz, the marriage strike, and exploring why modern women fear independent men. So, buckle up, this is going to be a thought-provoking ride. In recent times, an unconventional trend has been on the rise: men who choose to be single and independent, taking autonomous decisions without the need for female validation. This shift has garnered a fair share of reactions, with a particular focus on modern women's unease towards such autonomous men. For starters, let's clarify the term independence and the complexities it carries within the scope of gender relations. Although women appreciate independent men, the prospect of these men possessing autonomous thought, the ability to analyze, decide, and act on personal insights, often incites fear and unease. This might be because autonomous thought, inherently, subverts control and disrupts power dynamics. Such autonomous men grasp the fundamentals of the physical world and their roles within it. They do not need constant guidance or approval from women to function or to validate their actions. Paradoxically, this kind of independence tends to intimidate rather than attract women, as it defies the conventional dynamics where men continuously seek female validation. Developing genuine independence in boys and men necessitates a fundamental mindset shift. It requires acknowledging that they are in charge of their own destinies. It's about teaching them that they are responsible for their life's trajectory, and their decisions are the driving forces behind it. They must be allowed the freedom to decide for themselves and understand that failure is an integral part of life, a stepping stone to success. The path to true independence requires confronting challenges and learning from them. With each stumbling block they overcome, they mature, becoming more skeptical, self-reliant, and less likely to be led by others. This process isn't about fostering rebels but about encouraging thinkers who don't conform without reason. There's an irony in this journey towards independence. Society raises men to be self-sufficient, capable of managing work and life. However, in many cases, these independent men can become compliant followers within their intimate relationships, obeying their partner's every command. This dynamic undermines their independence, reducing them to mere executors of another's will. Achieving autonomy in a man's life involves rewiring and reprogramming his mental framework. While technological advancements continue to amaze us, we often overlook the crucial role of our mental operating system in governing our actions. A truly autonomous man cannot be programmed by society or manipulated by an external entity. His actions are derived from his internal locus of control, his values, and his judgment. Furthermore, to develop autonomy, we must condition individuals to handle significant amounts of stress. This is not to promote suffering, but to foster resilience. It means subjecting boys and men to challenging experiences and difficult situations, equipping them with the tools to navigate a world devoid of safe havens. Independence isn't just about excelling in academics or gaining bookish knowledge. It also involves developing the capacity to think quickly, solve problems, and apply knowledge practically. Take an example of teaching a youngster how to light a fire while camping. Rather than assisting him directly, let him devise a fire-starting strategy using the tools at his disposal, an axe and some matches. These kinds of experiences encourage creative problem-solving, a skill invaluable in a world where one-size-fits-all solutions are rarely effective. It is critical to teach young men to consider multiple options and devise personal solutions that work best for them. This kind of practical, situational intelligence forms the foundation of true independence. As adolescents approach the age of 16 or 17, they're often faced with significant life decisions, such as their career path. While guiding them is essential, forcing them into fields they detest can be detrimental. They might end up having a lucrative career and become financially independent, but are they really autonomous if the career choice was not their own? True independence emerges when an individual puts in a tremendous amount of effort to shape his life. This involves deciding what one wants to do with life and accepting the consequences, whether good or bad. It's about pursuing a career in a field one is passionate about, not because it was thrust upon them but because they genuinely enjoy it and are naturally good at it. However, men who think independently and challenge traditional power structures are often disliked. They defy societal norms and expectations, choosing to rely on their instincts and capabilities to build their lives. Independent men accumulate resources not for the sole purpose of attracting a woman but for their own satisfaction and life goals. In a sense, This situation can turn into a comedy when we realize that conventional independence is often pursued to attract a partner. This dynamic can be likened to purchasing a luxury car to show off to others, only for them to attempt to take it away. Yet, most men seem content with this arrangement because they receive a fleeting sense of validation and approval. The fear that women often have towards independent men stems from their inability to control or manipulate these men. These men derive their validation internally, not relying on female approval to feel worthy or successful. This autonomous nature can be unsettling for some as it disrupts the usual dynamics of control and power. However, it's crucial to mention that this is not a case of widespread malicious intent. Most of these dynamics function on an instinctual level. The common narrative that a group of women is systematically working to belittle men or control them is a fallacy that only serves to further the divide. On the contrary, both men and women often unconsciously play into the established societal norms and power dynamics that have been ingrained over centuries. Men who choose to build a life on their terms, pursuing their passions and interests, are often regarded with skepticism and misapprehension. Society typically labels them as outcasts, rebels, or lone wolves. They're seen as a threat to the status quo and are often met with resistance from both men and women who conform to traditional societal norms. Contrarily, these autonomous men don't seek to rebel against society. They are simply men who have chosen to prioritize their own validation over societal norms, in turn leading lives that are aligned with their personal values and ambitions. The increase in the number of men choosing to remain single and independent has led to a marriage strike, an unintentional, collective decision by men to delay or avoid marriage. This phenomenon is a response to societal and legal conditions perceived as hostile towards men, and it has significant implications for society at large. The marriage strike and the rise of autonomous men is a phenomenon that affects not just individual men and women, but society as a whole. As men increasingly become autonomous, the traditional family unit, a cornerstone of societal stability, may continue to be reshaped. The impact of these shifts will resonate across various social aspects such as education, the economy, and social policies. The path to bridging the gap lies in promoting dialogue and fostering mutual understanding between the sexes. We must encourage men to become self-reliant, capable, and genuinely independent, and at the same time, help women understand and appreciate these men's independence. It's about creating an environment that respects individual autonomy and personal choices. Moreover, we must remember that independent, autonomous men are not a threat but a benefit to society. Their self-reliance and internal validation allow them to be emotionally healthier, potentially contributing positively to their relationships and societal roles. In conclusion, the fear of independent men is rooted in an evolutionarily ingrained fear of loss of control and shifts in power dynamics. However, society's progression hinges on recognizing these fears and working towards promoting individual autonomy, encouraging men and women alike to validate themselves independently. This approach, though fraught with challenges, may lead us to a more balanced and fulfilling coexistence. And there you have it. We've unpacked the complex issue of the marriage strike and delved into why modern women may feel uneasy about independent men. As always, we'd love to hear your thoughts. What has your experience been? Do you see these societal changes playing out in your life? Drop us a comment below. If you found this video insightful, do hit the like button and share it with your friends. Our aim here at Manly Focus is to promote positive masculinity and engage in conversations that matter. Join us on this journey by subscribing to our channel, and don't forget to hit the bell icon to get notified about our latest videos. Until next time, stay focused, stay independent, and keep striving towards a better understanding of yourselves and others.